paper is this? IBPS clerk, am I right? All these days we have been working on IBPS PO. But somewhere I feel, anyhow, no comments, I'll start the session. The first set of questions deal with error location, and many questions are rather easy, should not be a problem for you to answer these questions. One look. Shall I read the first one? Aheads of the August 25 talks. Do you have to go beyond this? No, why? There's nothing like aheads. What is the correct word over here? Please strike off the letter S. I think today many of you don't have the handout. Just listen, and those who have the handout, strike off the letter S ahead. Don't occupy this one. No. We don't have special treatment for some students. A rule is a rule for all. All are equal, not equal. If you turn your heads, I will continue. Shall I? Oh, thank you. So, ahead of the August 25 talks, we'll see any value addition. President Donald Trump has doubled the tariffs on Indian goods. Underline has doubled. Answer immediately, which tense is that? Present perfect active voice or passive voice? Active voice. Goods to 50%. Underline 50%. Citing India. Citing means what? Quoting. Quote. Those who don't know, write the word quote. Cite means quote. And you have to recollect how many words? CITE, SIGHT, and what is the other one? SIT. Here cite means what? Quote. India's oil and defense purchases from Russia. Now, why should you underline or put a star mark 50%? I'll write something, you respond. Is this right or wrong? Only one response I want, yes or no. How many of you say it is correct? Raise your hands. How many of you say it is wrong? Raise your hands. Others are still thinking, I suppose. And it's a common error. Cent% is wrong. Please write and strike it off. We can say 100%. What can we say? 100% is correct. But never say cent%. Cent is also already there. Do you have to use cent again? So that is a problem. What is the problem with the first expression? Cent is already there. What are we supposed to say? You are right, 100%. Never say cent%. I hope you guys got it. In a striking and aggressive maneuver, underline the word aggressive. Try to respond immediately. What is the meaning of aggressive? Ready to attack. Imagine there's a dog always ready to attack. One thing, people also ready to attack. What do you say? Any problem? It depends on the context. Usually someone or something unique, we have to use a definite article, the. For example, if you take a school, we have many teachers, only one principal. Then we say a teacher, but we say the principal, because one of its kind. President also only one. So we have to say the president. But English language, we have rules, we have exceptions. Based on the sentence pattern, based on the context, you have to decide what is right, what is wrong. Now, in a sense, imagine the same question you get in the exam. There are two ways of responding. One way, look at the error. Which part has the error? A. And 1 second, you can decide. The moment you see the word aheads, you can decide. Go to the next question. You save a few seconds. Second one, you read the entire sentence, look at every part, cross-check. A question like this not required. I hope you agree. That means what? The moment you read this, you know there is a problem here. Then you don't have to think about whether the president or without the, that should not come to your mind while taking the exam. Have you got it? That is very important. Because I've seen some students, what they do, they are good at English. Nothing wrong being good at English. Nothing wrong, right or wrong. But they overthink. Overthinking is also dangerous. Do you understand what I say? A question like this, aheads, there's a problem. Shall I continue? Oh, thank you. Aheads, not correct. Decide, move on. Don't spend too much time. Then you may ask me, sir, why have you spent? I'm taking the exam or I'm doing the explanation. So I have to do it. Second one, in a striking and aggressive. Aggressive, I was talking about that. He interrupted me. And what is the other word? Please write this word. Ferocious. Good. Ferocious dog means ready to attack. We don't use the word ferocious with human beings. We can use the word aggressive. You can say aggressive people, aggressive dog. But can you say ferocious people? Generally, we don't use that combination. Maneuver means doing something cleverly or properly or in a better way. Maneuver means do something in an efficient way. But it has been used with a negative word. What is a negative word here? Aggressive maneuver. Usually it has a positive connotation. And when you take flying, you see sometimes pilots, they do certain things. Then what do you say? Drivers also, we use the word maneuver. That embodies hardball trade tactics. Embody, underline the word body. Means embodies means covers. Write the word cover. Embodies means covers. Hardball trade tactics. US President Donald Trump has imposed an average punitive tariff. Punitive, an important word. Because you don't have the handout, you have to write two words. First, you have to write the word punitive, and you have to write punitive measures. This is a typical combination. Punitive measures means what? Punishment-related measures. Punitive means punishment. Average punitive tariff of 50% on imports of Indian goods, effectively August 27. How many of you thought there is an error in the fourth part? Very good. What is wrong with the fourth part? Effectively, after that one preposition is missing. Effectively from a particular date, from August 27. So, this question is based on preposition, missing preposition. Easy or difficult? Okay. Some of the most beautiful journeys. What is the subject here? I don't know how many are beginners, but many of you know how to look at a sentence. When you read a sentence, you have to know for sure what the subject is. And after the subject, there is a phrase, what the phrase is. Tell me what is the subject here? Some is a subject. After that, there is a phrase. What is the phrase here? You have to put the phrase in brackets and you have to cross-check subject-verb agreement. Some is singular or plural. Some students or some student. Some students. Then can you add S to the verb? So what is the correct word? Some begin at home. So which part has an error? Second part, there is an error. Begins is not correct. It should be begin. And what is this question about? Subject-verb agreement. Bank exams, out of 5 questions based on error location, invariably one question is based on subject-verb agreement. That you got to be sure. Shall I go to the next one? In India, a para-athlete, you all know this? Normal or physically challenged? Para-athlete journey begins. Journey is singular, begins, nothing wrong. Long before they step onto a track, step onto. Sometimes students ask me, sir, what is the difference between in, into, onto? Where are we right now? In the room, in the classroom, in the room. You all know how to use that. But people get confused between into and onto. Imagine there is a box here, open box. I'm not an artist, I hope it looks like a box. Some animal jumps into it. Then what do you say? Into. But imagine there is a table. Then a cat jumps. Then what do you say? Flat surface. Onto the table. That you have to recollect. Let us see the error. Onto a track, court or field, often with hurdles. We have got this many a time. What are the synonyms? Hurdles, hindrances, impediments, bottlenecks, obstacles. Unrelated to the sport itself. Anything wrong with this sentence? We'll cross-check. In India, it's a phrase, nothing wrong. A para-athlete's journey, nothing wrong. Begins, nothing wrong. Long before, nothing wrong with this also. They step onto a few things. What are the few things? Onto a track, court or field, nothing wrong. Often with what? Hurdles means obstacles unrelated to the sport itself. Sentence is grammatically, contextually perfect, flawless sentence. So what is the answer here? How many of you have chosen no error? He has a question, ask me. What is it? Sport itself. Nothing wrong with this in this context. You are talking about itself. Unrelated to the sport itself. You are asking me whether we can use a sport itself. A para-athletes. Nothing wrong with that. On to a track. Okay. Very good. I appreciate that. What is the subject here? All of you, we should appreciate. Para-athlete, apostrophe, yes. That means we are talking about one person or more than one person. One person, then can we say they? We cannot. What is the reason? Here there is a, outside people say they, there. All the students must bring their books. That is one pattern. All the boys and girls must bring their books. There's a problem here. What is the problem? We are differentiating boys and girls. Then what are we supposed to say? All the boys and girls must bring his or her books. I hope you guys are listening carefully. And based on that here, singular, then we cannot simply say his, we don't know. What are we supposed to say? Before he or she. Step or steps. One more error is there. Now this sentence you may ask, sir, how come they have given a sentence like this? Do remember, there are two dimensions here. One dimension they take from somewhere. That fellow, that source, they must have used the same sentence. And there are two errors they might not have checked. How many errors are here? Two errors. What is the first one? They is not correct. We have to use he or she. Step is not correct. We have to use steps on to. I hope you got that one first. Second one, because it goes with one particular error, you have to choose that one. What does the instruction say? What? One error or more than one error? Only one error. But here there are two errors. In a way you're lucky. Tell me, why are you lucky? In the exam, do you have to write the errors, correct expressions, or you have to choose the part that has one or two? It doesn't matter. That way you are lucky. Yes or no? Fine. Shall we? Very good. Who is that? I would like to thank you. Shall I go to the next one? We must move beyond viewing forests as mere carbon sinks or timber sources. We must. What is the function of must? Helping verb. It is used to express a personal obligation or to convey the idea something is compulsory. We must move. Anything wrong here? Move where? Beyond viewing forests as mere carbon sinks or timber sources. Nothing wrong with the first sentence. They are living, breathing climate regulators. Here we have a problem. They are living, and after that there is a comma. You have to read very carefully this one. A casual reader cannot spot the error, but a meticulous reader, who is a meticulous reader, focuses on the minutest details. Then here, do we have to use a comma or do we have to use the conjunction and? That is a problem. Very good, I appreciate. So what is the correct expression? They are living and breathing climate regulators, intimately tied to rainfall, soil fertility, human health and biodiversity. So which part has an error? Second part. Have you guys got it? What is this passage about? This is an interesting passage. I don't know how many of you know, I think way back in 80s, I remember, Kerala became the first state in our country to achieve 100% literacy. And on other fronts also, Kerala is a progressive state. They're better than other states, relatively speaking. That means today, 80s, they achieved 100% literacy. Today, they should be at a different level altogether. But passage talks about it is not, it doesn't match. The past and the present, they don't match. Some problem they have right now. In essence, this is a passage about Kerala state and past glory, present, some issues are there. All the questions are easy, I suppose. Shall I read the first one? According to the passage, what is the central paradox All our students will be able to answer because they know the meaning of the word paradox. Paradox means what? Positive and negative exist the same time. And what is the other word you have to write? Ironical. Very good. According to the passage, what is the central paradox about Kerala's development? First option, high literacy coexists with high unemployment among youth. If you read the passage, you don't have to go beyond this. You can save a few seconds. But let us check other options. You have already taken the mock test. Strong industrial growth, it doesn't talk about that. Low agricultural productivity. Rising remittances are accompanied by falling education standards, doesn't talk about that. Low literacy rate, completely ruled out. 100% literacy we are talking about. What is the last one? Declining female participation, also not correct. So what is the answer here? High literacy coexists with unemployment among youth. When literacy is high, we should not have unemployment problem. That is a paradox here. Shall we go to the next one? What does the author mean by describing Kerala's current economy as dual economy? You all know that word. How? It goes with what? SIM. You all know that? The economy is split between agriculture and manufacturing. Kerala earns equally from domestic production and remittances. Affluent sections coexist with widespread underemployment. This has been mentioned. Mentioned or not mentioned? But you have to know the meaning of the word affluent. I hope I'm not going very fast. Today the number has gone up. I hope those who have been attending regularly, same bunch, or new faces are here. New faces, they may find the pace too fast. But others, same old pace. Good or bad, that's a different story. What is the meaning of affluent? Please write a few words. It means rich. First you write the combinations. Tell me if you know. First one is what? Affluent society. It also goes with country. It also goes with cultures, but rarely. Society, country, nations also we use cultures. But imagine a particular individual is very rich. Then what are the, we don't say affluent person. That's a wrong combination. What do we say? Have you copied these? First you write stinking rich. And what is the other expression we use for an individual? Filthy rich. Usage is important. Affluent person, generally we don't say. Rich person, stinking rich, filthy rich. And when you take a particular country, obviously any society is polarized. Any country is polarized. What is the meaning of polarized? Two distinct groups. And here please write these haves and have-nots. What does it mean? Rich and poor. Haves means rich people. Have-nots means poor people. I can do value addition based on rich and poor, but we don't have so much time. How many questions have we done so far? Already 20 minutes over. Anyhow, you got the answer. What is the answer here? Affluent sections coexist with widespread underemployment. Which of the following is true according to the passage? Do you have to touch these questions or not advisable to touch? Here you can touch. In the exam, take them to the fag end of your session. If you get time, you touch. Otherwise, ignore. Not advisable. They are basically traps. Let us check. Kerala's fiscal revenues are largely dependent on tourism and agriculture. Mentioned or not mentioned? High wages in low productivity sectors discourage private investment. That is true or not true? Hold that one. The state's public debt is the highest in southern India. Nowhere mentioned. Kerala's annual growth rate has been steadily above the national average. Not mentioned. Remittances from Gulf migrants have been increasing in recent years. Not mentioned. So what is the answer here? High wages. I'm sorry. What is the question number? High wages in low productivity sectors discourage what? Private investment. Why will they invest? They get discouraged. Have you chosen the second option? In the passage there is one expression, Nokku Kuli. What does it mean? Answer also they have given. Is it working or supervising? So which option talks about supervising? Payment demanded merely for supervising work. Supervising easy or difficult? It looks easy, it is not that easy. Imagine all the workers listen to you, then it is easy. Now coordinator's job, easy or difficult? Difficult. If all the students listen, easy. But the $1,000,000 question is what? Do they listen? They don't listen. You guys are. Which economic sector is currently the weakest in Kerala according to the data provided? Kerala is known for manufacturing industry. We have other states. Tamil Nadu is known for that. Karnataka is known for that. But in our country, which is the number one, Maharashtra, Mumbai, obviously, hub of manufacturing industries, Mumbai. Later it spread to other parts of the country. Do we have to look at other options? What uncomfortable truth does the GST Council's tax on gambling? Under gambling, you all know the meaning, I suppose. And Kerala's quick compliance. Gambling, what comes under gambling? Playing cards and also betting. Betting is also part of gambling. Horse races, it also comes under gambling. And compliance, we have got many a time. What is the meaning of comply with? Follow, stick to, adhere to. This is a tough question, I suppose. Shall I read the options? Kerala is committed to promoting tourism through gambling. Why will they do that? Gambling is only major source of income for the state. For Kerala state, what is the tag that goes with Kerala state? It is known as God's own country. That means a major chunk they get from where? The lion's share. In a way, tourism industry. Because they get foreigners, foreign exchange, they earn a lot of money. What is the third option? Kerala aims to encourage online gaming as a growth sector. Mentioned. The state plans to replace lotteries with productive industries. Last option. The state is increasingly dependent on non-productive revenue sources. I think this has been mentioned. But not easy, you have to be careful. Anemic. How many of you know this? Many of you should. Means what? Strong or weak? They want opposite. So, you have answered. Oh, very good. I appreciate. Robust means what? Strong. Answer is weak, feeble, fragile, powerless. They all mean the same. Subtle differences. Feeble person, feeble old man means what? Very weak. Feeble voice, weak, not loud enough. And fragile means what? I am not writing because we have got so many times. Delicate. What is the other word you have to recollect? And what does it mean? Brittle means what? Easily. Very good. Choose the word closest in meaning to sputtering. Imagine you have come across this word for the first time. You are not aware of the part of speech, not aware of the meaning. Still you can get one mark. How? Based on the sentence, you can easily guess. Context, the sentence context talks something positive or negative. Negative. They want the same in a way. Can you use a positive word like thriving, expanding, growing, booming? I don't know why they do this. How many of you took IBPS PO prelims exam Saturday, Sunday? Raise your hands. Let me ask a question. Good. Let me ask a question. Did you come across options like an option where, a question where you have 5 options and you can choose the answer based on elimination approach? That means 4, 1 group, 1 unique. It doesn't happen. That means don't be happy with this approach. That's what I have been telling you guys. As long as you depend on elimination approach, as long as you depend on grammar approach, it doesn't work in the long run. Because every year papers are becoming easy or difficult. Because of heavy competition, initially 5 lakh candidates would apply for bank exams. Today what is the average? You know or you don't know? Is the mic on? 20 lakh. What is the number? All of them are not serious. At least 2 lakh candidates, serious candidates. What is the number of posts? Junior assistant, 5,000 to 10,000 range. And PO, the number came down drastically. SBI PO this year, what is the number? 500. Where is 500? Where is 5 lakh, 10 lakh? Competition is severe. They have to make it a tough paper. It cannot be easy. Anyhow, based on the context, what is the negative? Only negative word among options. Struggling. That is your answer. But how many of you know the meaning of the word thriving? Write one combination. Thriving business. What do you understand? Doing well or not doing well? Doing well. That you have to know. Shall we go to the next one? What is the next one? Oh, passage over. How many questions based on the passage? You should answer. Are you guys here? 8 questions? 8 questions. This girl responds. 5 plus how many? Wonderful. All 8 correct? That's outstanding. Shall I go to the next set of questions? What are these about? Scrambled sentences, I suppose. And when you look at the parts, you should get the feeling, okay, this should be the first part. That is one way to deal with. Another way, elimination approach, lower level of dealing with questions. Can you start with the Delhi Metro? Yes or no? Can you start with guests, invitees, and the public? Lines on August. These two are ruled out. Independence Day ceremony, perhaps you can consider. Let us try with the Delhi Metro will begin operations at 4 a.m. on all lines on August 15th to facilitate travel for special guests, invitees, and the public attending the what? Independence Day ceremony at the Red Fort. Again, there are 2 ways of looking at this question. One, okay, master is given the correct order. What is the first one here? B, P. How many options with P? 3 options. What is the second one? All lines PR. How many options with PR? And what is the third one? Q. How many options with PRQ? This is all sheer waste of time. What are you doing here? Wasting your precious time. You have to reach a level where when you see all the parts, get the first one and try to place parts in correct position and feel comfortable. Read and feel comfortable, that's enough. Then choose the correct one. At least here you have to do that. Shall we go to the next one? Exam, you can take the shortcut. I hope you are getting the point here. Here you take the shortcut, then it will be a shortcut, big shortcut. Not advisable. Here you go through the whole length. Go through the hog, means take the trouble. But the exam, be smart enough to choose the shortcuts. Is it about Centre and the Delhi government over the regularization? Is it about the Delhi High Court on Wednesday questioned? This seems right. The Delhi High Court on Wednesday questioned the whom? The Centre and the Delhi government over what? The regulation of Delhi's regularization of South Delhi Sainik Farm Colony, saying residents there were hanging fire for years without being able to lay a brick for repairs. So what is the first one here? Delhi High Court questioning. So Q. QP, how many options? Which one is that? Okay. What is the third one here? R. QPR, how many options? So what is the answer? Easy or difficult? The next 30 years, a draft of drainage master plan aims. But here, this is a bit challenging. Seems the first one, hold this. To address, can you say? But aims to address can be a pair. So, another way of looking at this, lower level though, QP, PQ, aims to, they form a pair or not? PQ, how many options in that order? Which option is that? Another way of tackling while taking the exam, okay, you're damn sure about PQ, only one option with PQ, that is your answer. That means what is the answer here? But cross-check. Designed to meet the city's drainage requirements over the next 30 years, that seems continuity is there. The draft of drainage master plan aims to address both present challenges and future demands amid means what? A rapid urban growth and recurring waterlogging problems. What is the meaning of recurring? You should know, repeated. And what is the next one? Water logging. Logging means movement is there or no movement. So what is the answer based on that? This is also an easy one, I suppose. Can you start with building its refinery? Can you start with end? What is the next one? Frenetic back channel activity between Indian and non-official. But that also you cannot start. What is the last one here? That seems okay. Could be the first one. Let us go with that one. During the Kargil war, while Reliance Industries was doing what? Can you say and diplomatic? Can you say frenetic? And was building. That means SP for sure one pair. How many options with SP in that order? Only one? Two. Now you have to decide between 1 and 2. Let us go with the first one, see whether it is right or wrong. During the Kargil war, while Reliance Industries was building its refinery at Jamnagar, Gujarat, there was what? Can you say there was end? There was frenetic back channel activity. So what is the answer based on that? All these are silly questions in my opinion. For a person who has contextual awareness, mind you, I may say silly from my point of view, but for many candidates, they could be tough questions for 2 reasons. One reason, under pressure, these are not that easy. Second reason, they are not used to reading the newspapers. Definitely then, these are not easy questions. I say easy for our students, not all our students, for those who read the Hindu paper. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Otherwise, it's like you have to go through the whole process, read every part, look for the pairs, and see which pair has the correct, which option has that correct order. Unnecessary waste of time in my opinion. What are these about? Pillars. I would like to ask again, am I going fast? Thank you. Since the COVID days, Indians have complained about what? Incomes, which has reduced. Reduced means positive context or negative context. Their discretionary expenses. Can you say slacking? Slacking income. Slack, write the meaning. One meaning, go down. Slack. There's a slack in the market. We also use the word, write another word, slump. Slump in the market means no business activity. Both are negative words, slack, slump. Have you copied? What is the next one? Can you use a combination like relaxing incomes? Soothing goes with what? Words. And relaxing goes with situation or mood. Cannot be used. Easing incomes, can you say? Easing prices, you can say. Easing, the rain has eased off. Initially heavy rain, slowly it eases off. You can use. Freeing incomes doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So what is the answer here? Natural disasters are more often than not, very important expression, more often than not. Not just nature's fury, but what is the meaning of fury? We have got so many times, that's why I say every time, right? Furious person. He was furious means what? Very angry. Not just nature's fury, but calamities. What are the other words you have to think? Calamities, disasters, catastrophic events, mishaps, unfortunate incidents. Brought about by human callousness. Oh, very good word. What is the meaning of callous? I've given so many times. No emotions, no feelings, like a stone. Then what do you say? Stony, everyday English. Better, callous. But some people, positive or negative, they don't respond. What is the word you have to think of? Write the word stoic. Stoic is a positive word. Callous and stony, negative words. A word of caution. In fact, if you take Oriental cultures, China and Japan, they practice Stoicism as a philosophy. Stoicism is a philosophy practiced by some of the Oriental cultures. What is the opposite of Oriental cultures? Occidental means Western. Constructions on the, have you got the answer for 19th one? Yes or no? Natural disasters more often than not just nature's fury, but calamities brought about by human callousness, disregarding the fragility of nature and it to the hilt. Using it to the hilt, can you say? Today, it's common sense. We are trying to exploit nature or not? We are trying to exploit natural resources or not? So when you read the sentence, you have to think of only one word. Which one is that? Exploiting it to the limit. They have crossed the limit. That's a different story. Not to the limit, beyond the limit. That is a problem. What are the other words here? Using, working, fooling, tricking. Are they relevant in this context? Not at all. Constructions on the riverbeds are a common sight in the hills, and during the monsoon season, such structures, what do? They fall, landslips, landslides, vulnerable. They turn vulnerable, you can consider. Can you use a word like come? Do they come from somewhere? No. Alter vulnerable, not relevant. Modify, not relevant. You can use either turn vulnerable, become vulnerable. This is a good question. I always appreciate questions which challenge your intellectual caliber, which make you think this one or that one. Here, nothing wrong with turn vulnerable. Absolutely no problem, grammatically and contextually also. What is the other option here? Become vulnerable. But there is something called in English word usage. Word usage. When you consider word usage, which one is preferred? Turn vulnerable or become vulnerable? Obviously, become vulnerable. So what is the answer based on that? How many of you have chosen the fifth option? That's highly appreciable. Not an easy one. On this very day in 1947, the first Prime Minister, we are talking about present or past? The first Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru, delivered his tryst with destiny. Means your journey with destiny, the future. Speech, which as a roadmap, you have to think of words like which served or which presented or which acted, which provided, some of the words that have to pop up. But the verb should be in present or past. Can you consider the first one? It is in present. This is also in present participle. So, what is the first option here? The fifth option. So, you must have smiled when you saw the fifth option. Smiled or you did not smile? You did not smile means you are stoic. Very simple. So, what is the answer here? Served as a roadmap for the years to come for both leaders and people alike. And roadmap, what is the other one, other expression? Please write blueprint. Blueprint, roadmap, both mean the same. Your plan for the future. How it is going to be your future. Artificial intelligence played a prominent role. Prominent means what? Important role in predicting voter turnout. Please write two phrasal verbs. One, turnout. It means what? Appear. But it usually goes with people, large number of people. They appear, they attend an event. Then what is the phrasal verb we use? Turnout. But individuals, what is the phrasal verb? My friend did not appear yesterday or last evening. He was to come, he did not come. Then we don't say my friend did not turn out. What do we say? My friend did not turn up. And there's another phrasal verb, write that also, show up. They also mean appear, but they go with individuals. They go with what? He did not turn up last evening. He did not show up last evening. But voters turned out in large numbers. Contextual and word combination very important. Identifying what? Swing voters, voter preferences, and optimizing campaign schedules for maximum impact. A bit difficult. Likely swing voters, can you say? Reputed swing voters. Latency. What is the meaning of latent? Latent, please write this combination, latent talent. Means what? Hidden talent. For that, what is the other word we use? Potential. They have the potential. That means you can consider latency, you can consider potential. But what is the reason for rejecting latency? Is it the right word form or wrong word form? Wrong word form, so we cannot consider. That means what is the answer here? Potential. Have you chosen that? Very good. Over. Now what are these about? Phrase replacement. All are easy in my opinion. We have got many a time. The principal reminded the students during the assembly to refrain. What is a preposition? All our students should be able to answer this. We have got so many times. And can you say refrain to? What is the answer based on that? Refrain from engaging in arguments on social media that could tarnish. What is the meaning of tarnish? We have got many a time. Please, I hope you guys are writing. At this stage, you don't respond the meaning of the word tarnish. I don't accept that. Not acceptable. Tarnish means what? Spoil. And write the combination words. Someone's image, someone's reputation. His image has been spoiled. His image has been tarnished. His reputation has been tarnished. We have got many a time. Shall I go back to the question? The senior officer assured the residents that the police would look the series of thefts reported in the locality and take strict action. Before you see the options, you have to know police. Whenever there is a case, what do police do? They look into the matter. So which option is look into? That is your answer. The nutritionist advised the patient to abstain. Abstain also takes which preposition from? So what is the answer? All these are easy questions for our students, I suppose. Due to the sudden outbreak of a contagious disease, what is the meaning of contagious? Spreading from one person to another person. The organizers had to call off the annual cultural festival at the last moment. Call off means what? Cancel. Anything wrong with that phrasal verb? So what is the answer? No correction required. These are quite difficult. What are these about? Idioms. A curate's egg. Something that is partly good and partly bad. But we never heard of this. Not a regular idiom. Cross-check once. Next one is what? To draw the long bow. To delay taking action or making a decision. What is the second option? To obstruct someone's progress. To exaggerate or tell a tall story. I think answer is the third option. But have you heard of that any time? Even this is not a popular idiom. First one, not a popular one. Second one also not a popular one. And can you guess the meaning based on the words? Morning I took a session on idioms. We have two types of idioms. One, you can guess the meaning based on the words. They are rather easy, you don't have to spend time. But second group, challenging. Based on the words, you cannot guess the meaning. Means what? The words and the meaning don't tally with each other. And here I think in a way, you can consider the first one, you can consider the third one, and what is the fourth one? Very difficult, but answer is what? Third option. All of you, 28, we have one expression. Tall story. But write one more expression. Please write this expression important. Tall claims means unbelievable, incredible, something suspicious, not credible. His claims are tall claims, means positive or negative? Negative. Shall we go to the next one? What are these about? Word swap. Bioethanol offers a win-win for India, diversifying the sugar industry, boosting farmers' incomes. Anything wrong? Making fuel imports and cutting emissions. Making or reducing? Reducing fuel imports and cutting emissions. By turning crops and residues into clean energy, it drives rural prosperity, supports sustainability, and strengthens energy security, boosting it a vital pillar of India's economic and environmental future. So which two words you have to? A, D, am I right? I'm sorry, making. There you have to use what? Reducing. That means what is the answer? Have you chosen that one? The Pioneer Biofuels 360 Summit. Can you say strategic or highly engaging? Provoking? Not at all. What is the third? Next one. Experts? No. What is it? Hosted. So what is the right word here? Hosted. A highly engaging and thought-provoking. Thought-provoking, an important combination you have to remember. When you see some movies, you don't feel anything, only entertainment, but some movies make you think, maybe because of social issues or problems. Then what do you say? Thought-provoking movie. Have you heard of that combination? Okay. So how many options with D? Anyhow, we have to change what? A and strategic, prominent experts, and what is the last one? On the strategic role. Again, A, D, A or AD. Which option is that? I think somewhere I